What's up? Welcome to another episode of Untouchable City Prepper. And as a black man in America, y'all see that flag right there? Y'all see that flag right there? I'm proud of that flag right there. It's not perfect. Yeah, as black people, we went through slavery. We went through a lot of stuff. But best believe, there's no other place I'd rather be in this world and live. Proud Michigander. And we about to have a conversation. I'm on my way to do somebody's snow. We got a big snowstorm up here in Michigan. Making some money. Yeah. And y'all saw the thumbnail, man. This protest in Minnesota, man. And I'm talking to everybody on this. Specifically black people, though. You know, y'all want to fight ICE. Two things gonna end up happening. Okay? Two things are gonna happen. You try to fight ICE, bro. And take it from me, from somebody who made a lot of mistakes when they was younger. Okay? You're gonna spend a lot of money trying to keep yourself out of jail. You're going to spend a lot of money trying to keep yourself out of jail, okay? Or you're going to end up dead. That's your only options when you about to mess with federal agents. Okay, these ain't city cops. These ain't people who live in your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? These are federal cops, federal agents that you dealing with. And it may seem cool to go outside with your rifle and protest and all this other stuff, but y'all fighting for somebody who ain't even supposed to be in this country. You about to risk your freedom for somebody who ain't even supposed to be in this country, bro. Why would you do that? They would not fight for you in their country. They wouldn't. They wouldn't, bro. That's what make this so stupid. You think you a hero out there protesting for these people? In the cold, Minnesota is cold, Michigan is cold, but I know Minnesota is colder. Okay? So, you know, I want you guys to understand that these people that y'all fighting for definitely would not be fighting for you. Okay? So keep that in mind when you out there. All right? And then you got to remember, it's a legal way to enter this country. It's not like it's no way to enter this country legally. You know, you have to go through the appropriate measures, you know, to legally enter this country. I'm not going to play the clips of Obama talking about it, Bill Clinton talking about it, because it don't matter, because y'all don't care about that anyway. Y'all don't want to know that Bill Clinton and Obama deported way more people than Trump ever did. Y'all don't want to hear that. You need to go sit your ass down and go worry about your family. You making a bad decision as an adult right now. to put your freedom on the line for these immigrants who ain't even supposed to be here, especially black people. You're going to get yourself locked up, or you're going to get yourself in a bad situation where somebody in your family going to have to utilize your life insurance if you got life insurance. Okay? And I don't want to see that happen to you guys. Black people, this is not our fight. White people, this ain't your fight either. You need to leave these people alone and let them do their job. Okay? If you want to blame somebody, you need to blame Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, because they the one who let the border open. People just flooded in. You want to protest something? Protest all these missing children that all these immigrants captured. You don't think about that. You want to protest something? Think about how many immigrants then killed United States citizens. You need to protest that. You don't know it. You don't think about that, do you? You don't think about that. And what kills me about the city of Detroit is we live in the most impoverished cities in the country. Gross median in Detroit is only about $35,000 to $40,000. I don't even think it's that. I think they playing with that. I don't even think it's that in the city of Detroit. But we hate Trump so much. And y'all act like y'all life was so much better under Joe Biden. Your life been messed up. Trump ain't the reason for all the problems in your life. I know it's easy to blame him for everything that's wrong in your life, but he's not. Trump ain't the reason you got 4 baby daddies and 10 kids. Trump ain't the reason why your credit is a 400. Trump ain't the reason why your account is negative every week. Trump ain't the reason why you're not building generational wealth. Trump ain't the reason why everybody getting killed in your neighborhood. He ain't the reason. But I know you want to blame him. But when you want to have a realistic discussion about the black community, is we killing each other. Trump has nothing to do with that. And I find it so interesting that the black community spends more energy saying how much they want to stop Trump and how somebody should unalive Trump and everything like that than focusing on what really matters in our community, and that's stop our own destruction. That's what's crazy to me, bro. That's always my focus. And I always tell people this, and I try not to talk politics with a lot of black people because it gets sensitive, because so many people in the black community are programmed to vote Democratic. And let me be clear, and I'll say this a lot. I'm not Democrat or Republican. Okay, I'm not. I don't claim a political party. I do have conservative views. You know, I don't believe that women should be dressed up like men. I don't believe men should be dressed up like women. I don't believe in drag queens reading stories to our children. I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. I'm a believer in the Bible. I'm pro-life. Okay, so that means you shouldn't be out here making babies if you can't take care of them. All right. I do understand women sometimes get in a compromised position, but I don't believe that a child should be killed at birth. I don't. And I'm not perfect. You know, but I am a child of God. I am a believer of Jesus Christ. You know, I don't believe in same-sex marriages. I believe you could be with somebody. I believe you could be with whoever you want to be with. You could be with a dog. You could be with a cat. You could be with a sheep. You could be with a horse. 2 men, 2 women. Whatever. Marriage is sacred. Okay, marriage is sacred. Okay? Marriage is not for 2 men and it's not for 2 women. There's nowhere in the Bible where it acknowledges 2 men and 2 women getting married. I don't believe in that. I don't. I don't believe these drag queens should be trying to read stories to children. You have nothing in common with a child. You don't. All right? I don't care what you say. But y'all protesting for these migrants, man, these immigrants, these illegal aliens in our country. Y'all fighting so hard for these people. And it just boggles my mind, man. The black community, we forget. As black people, we only make up roughly 14% of the population of the United States. That seems like a lot, man. That's not nothing. A lot of black men are in jail already. So you drop off about 5%. You know what I'm saying? And women. Alright? So you left with whatever we got left, okay? So until we can have a real discussion about building wealth in our communities and trying to stop the destruction of each other, we will never be successful. Is Trump perfect? Hell no, he ain't perfect. He do say some shit that I be like, all right. You know, I be like, all right. But what president haven't? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I think he just like to hear himself talk. I do. I'm a Gemini too, so I know the feeling. But I do believe the core of what he's doing, he's trying to fix America. You know, nobody likes to see when daddy come home. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves mom. Everybody loves mom. You know what I'm saying? Nobody likes to see when dad comes home. You know, nobody likes to see when dad come home. When dad come home, everybody upset, everybody running, everybody mad, everybody upset. You know what I'm saying? Trump, he's putting his foot down. He's not taking no more shit from y'all. He ain't taking no more shit from these countries. And a lot of people just don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know? Like, share, and subscribe. Untouchable City Prepper.